Hey everyone, welcome to a new series here on YGO Duels. This is going to be a Road to Plat on Master Duel in the ranked mode using this Domain Monarch build. For right now, this is going to be the build. It may change as the duels and videos go on, but for right now, I'm going to be rolling with this build. I'm thinking maybe in the future I might take out the Adias, put in a third Mithra, maybe another Thestalos, maybe a Terraforming or a Called by the Grave. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm just going to see how everything goes, maybe if Ash Blossom's a real problem, or if, something along those lines, I may change it. If you guys have any suggestions, you can go ahead and leave those in the comment section below, and I'll be more than willing to check those out and maybe even try them out. I know that there were suggestions on my old Monarch video that I made, but I know that Master Duel has a completely different ban list and a different meta, so I don't know if that changes anything at all. But if it does or doesn't, you guys can let me know, and I'd be more than willing to try things out. But yeah, that's all for that, and let's go hop right into the duels. Alright, so before we hop into duel number 1, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys my opponent's deck profile. I'm going to do this before every duel, just so you guys get an idea of what I'm playing against, so that way you guys aren't completely blind. But yeah, so I was going up against an Exodia deck. Probably an FTK Exodia deck, by the looks of it. That looks like what he was going for. But yeah, so I didn't even realize that Chicken Game was legal in Master Duel, that's crazy because it's such a gimmicky card. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys the build before we hopped into it. But let's go hop over into the replay now. Alright, so duel number 1 against the Exodia deck in ranked. Oh, by the way, I wanted to go ahead and tell you guys, I am starting in Bronze 5. I did have the rookie duels, but those weren't that great. They just kind of, I think 2 games, it was either 2 or 3, that I think it was 2, they just surrendered right off the bat once they saw that I was playing Monarchs. Probably because in the rookie tier, that's when people are, just getting into the game and they don't really have a lot of cards yet. And, when you come in with a deck as fluid as Monarchs, you're not going to really want to play against that. But anyways, hopping into the duel, I'm going to tribute my opponent's set monster with my Stormforth, and I'm going to summon Vanity's Fiend. Vanity's Fiend is such a strong card, especially in the Monarch deck, because you don't special summon, so it doesn't really, you can special summon with Aether's Effect, but it just kind of shuts everything down. My opponent's just going to scoop after that after I attack directly and I reveal my cards. Probably thinking that he couldn't do much. I don't know what his hand was, but yeah, that was a good first duel for the Road to Plat. Alright, on to the next duel, and I'm going up against a Gem Knight deck. So I think this was the Gem Knight starter deck that you get from doing the solo challenges, if you guys are familiar with that. I think he changed it up a little bit more and added added a Lightning Storm. I think he might have added these, the Dark Hole, Raigeki, and Monster Reborn. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this definitely was the structure deck, or not structure deck, but the deck that they give you when you're doing the Gem Knight challenges. But yeah, without further ado, let's go into this replay. Alright, so on to duel number 2 here against the Gem Knight deck. I'm looking at my hand, and it's not terrible. I'm going to use my Pantheism to ditch my domain and draw 2 cards. I get Upstart, and I draw into the Pendulum twice, which hurt a little bit, but it wasn't terrible. So I use the Pendulum's Effect to draw, and then I'm going to use Pantheism's Effect Engrave to reveal 3 cards. I'm going to add the Tenacity, use the Tenacity effect, reveal my Majesty's Fiend, and I'm going to get Return to my hand, so that way I can get a monster that I'd rather have, like Aether or Erebus. So I'm going to use my Pendulum's Effect to special summon, normal summon my Majesty's Fiend, use Return's Effect, and add Aether to hand so I can use him on my opponent's turn. Alright, or that's what I thought. But I forgot Majesty's Fiend doesn't let you, I don't know how I forgot this, but Majesty's Fiend, you can't activate monster effects. So I wouldn't have been able to activate Aether's Effect if I wanted to. So yeah, I'm going to activate my Pendulum again, and it's going to get met with a Wabaku, or chained with a Wabaku, I should say. So I won't be able to do any damage or destroy his monsters this turn, which is fine. I'm still trying to set up a little bit. So, I use my Pendulum's Effect, draw my Mithra, use my Stormforth, tribute his monster, summon Kraz, and I was wondering why I didn't get Kraz's effect, and then I remembered it's because of Majesty's Fiend. Yeah, that was kind of a whole thing for me. It was me just forgetting all that. But I remembered it in the duel, so it wasn't too big a deal. I do get hit with a Dark Hole, so that's going to destroy my monsters, which does suck a little bit, but it is what it is. He summons Emerald and he attacks directly for 1800, but I'm not really worried. I have a Stormforth, I have Mithra on hand, I just draw Vanity's Fiend. I have a lot of plays that I can make. I'm going to special summon my Mithra, summon a token on his side, use Stormforth, and I think I go for, I go for Aether. And I do get the Mithra effect too. So I'm going to use Aether's effect, and I think I summon another Aether here. So yeah, and oh, and then I forgot I chained that with return too. And I'm going to use Return's effect to add Erebus to hand, and then I'm going to use Aether's effect to special summon another Aether. And then I get to use Nithir's effect too, so I get an extra tribute summon. And then I'm going to use Prime, so I can get that tribute summon, and I'm going to get Vanity's Fiend out on the field after I use, was it Pantheism's effect to add March to the hand, which this is, I didn't realize how dirty this was, but getting Vanities and March on the field at the same time it's so good because your opponent has to get rid of March basically first to get rid of Vanity's Fiend. I mean, unless they have like a Kaiju or something like that, but a lot of decks don't run Kaijus. So yeah, I have a pretty good field, and my opponent, using a Gem Knight deck, which, you know, relies heavily on its extra deck monsters, is not able to use them. So he has to pass after setting a monster. Then I get Erebus, or I summon Erebus, sorry. I'm going to use Return's effect, and I think I grab a Thestalos. Yep, Thestalos this time. And then I use my Erebus effect to shuffle his monster back into his deck. And then I'm able to, this game? Yes, I'm able to attack for game and win that duel too. So, that was duel number 2 in the ranked. I think I'm up to bronze 3 now? I think it starts at 5. Yeah, so bronze 3. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm having a lot of fun on Master Duel. It took me a while to get the ball rolling on this game because I didn't realize how to play it at first. I didn't know you could like dismantle cards and all that, so I was like, oh, I can't finish my decks. I don't have the right cards for it. I need to buy more packs. And my friend was like, you know, you can just like dismantle the certain rarities of cards and create the cards that you need. And I was like, oh wow. So yeah, so I did that, and now that I have some decks, I'll make some more content on this. I know a lot of people enjoy the Master Duel content. It's definitely it's been blowing up recently, and I like the whole ranked aspect of it. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned also for the giveaway at 100 subscribers. I think I'm going to do that new Ghost Rare set that's coming out. The name I am forgetting. It's Haunting something. I can't remember it. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe for that, and I'll make sure to put out some updates as we get closer to the goal. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.